we have a lot to say and women have a lot of wisdom as well. Marami kaming share sa inyo. From a women's perspective, magbabago ang buhay nyo, for sure.
Our guest today is an entrepreneur, a content creator, a podcast host, and loving mom of two. She is the super founder and CEO of Wellness Whispers, a fast-growing wellness brand that focuses on hormonal balance and everyday health. She, of course, also hosts the top podcast, the Bear It All podcast, where she shares honest conversations on growth, motherhood, and purpose. Welcome to Paano Ba To? Dani Barreto Panlilio!
Hello, ate!
Hey, thank you so
Oh my
much for
God.
saying yes!
It's an honor to be here. Oh my God.
It's an honor to have you on Paano Ba To? Your pod has been doing so well, always representing the Filipina podcast at the top of the charts.
Woo! Thank you, ate.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. I think the podcast has been my most, yung passion na naging purpose for me. And it has been, for me, the most meaningful thing that I have been doing talaga.
Aww.
The podcast has reached so many people. And sabi ko nga, as I do it every episode, it's also very healing for me.
Yes. Same with Paano Ba To? Parang at first you just want to create and create, but then pati ikaw,
Yeah.
parang bumubuti, lumalawak bilang
Dami mo
tao.
natututunan from people you
Yes.
talk to.
Definitely. Which is why talaga for this series, I wanted to highlight Filipina podcasters.
Yay!
Bear It All. Syempre, top of
Thank
that
you
list.
so much, ate.
Ang galing kailangan. Kasi di ba medyo male-dominated ang
Yes.
space talaga.
Mm-mm.
So we have to represent each other and you represent so well.
Thank
We'll
you.
start with a few icebreakers.
Okay, go.
First, you need to have a Bear It All conversation in real life. Which of your siblings will you sit down with first?
Oh, Claudia. Claudia. Julia and I kasi are very close na talaga. But Claudia, it's so nice to pick her brain. She's very, very smart. You're gonna learn a lot from her. And she's very deep.
Mm-mm.
Very shy kasi si Chloe, so hindi alam ng mga tao na malalim siyang babae. Ang dami niyang thoughts, ang dami niyang... She has a lot of things to say. So I feel like
Yes.
maraming matututunan yung tao kay Chloe.
Yes. And I feel like a good listener.
Yes, she is also.
I've seen her speak as a part of a panel and yun nga, parang kahit na konti lang yung sasabihin niya, swak agad.
Yeah.
Parang ganon. Okay. You have to tell your best friend something and she can't take a call at the moment. Do you send a long text, a voice note, or a video? Which are you?
Voice note.
Me too! I love voice. Baka as podcasters, that's our
Yeah.
thing. Voice
emotion.
note. Yes.
Full on emotion. Voice note.
Kasi
Ako.
technically, pwede namang parang voice annotation and then it will type for you, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
voice note.
No, with emphasize on the emotions ako sa voice note. Very passionate ako sa voice note. Hindi
Totoo.
pwede lumabas mga voice notes ka talaga. Nakakatakot.
That's its own podcast
Yes.
in itself.
Yes.
Okay. What is something people assume about being an entrepreneur that is totally false?
Oh. I love this question. How do I answer this?
Maybe something you thought din dati, tapos when you got into it, you're like, oh my
Oh,
God.
that you have to be really great with math.
You don't.
Because I failed math so many times in high school. I took summer classes and all of that. But
oh my gosh.
I think you don't have to be like a master at it, like a math major to have a business. Because you can naman hire people to, do that side na hindi mo alam. Syempre, kailangan may knowledge ka of it. But
Yeah.
you won't use algebra or any of those in business. I think
Sine,
yun.
cosine, walang
Yes.
ganon.
Addition, subtraction, division lang kailangan mo. Ano pa ba?
That's
Feeling
true.
ko
It's
yun
very
lang.
overwhelming na parang kasi, di ba, you always hear cash flow and dapat
Yes.
ganito. So if you're not a numbers person like me, it is intimidating to get into a business.
Super.
But like as long as you know what goes in and what comes out, ganun ba yun?
Yes, or like, ako lang ang ginawa ko ate proper delegation. Like, hindi ako nagmarunong.
Mm.
So, yung mga hindi ko alam, I really hired people
Yeah.
na alam nila yung ginagawa nila. Kasi kung nagmarunong ako, nag-business pa ako. Diba? It's like, if I don't know anything, my business will not grow.
I assume though you're a bit better at math now.
Yes, I'm better na, in
Love
fairness.
it.
In fairness, the math guy is my husband.
Ay, perfect.
Yes. So, it's a really
Perfect.
great partnership.
Yes. Love it. Shout out. Okay. This one, a trait of your mom that you admire the most and want to be more of as a mom yourself.
I think, I don't know how she balances and manages all of us kids. Yung parang, she knows the right things to say all the time. Like, mom is just a master of it. Grabe yung wisdom ni mom eh. So, lahat ng itatakbo mo sa kanya, lahat ng sasabihin mo sa kanya, she'll always have the right things to say. So, kapag pupunta ka kay mom, dapat prepared ka. Kasi reality check si mommy eh. Hindi siya, she's the kind of mom that will not sugarcoat anything. So, if she knows, like, kunyari kahit anak ka niya, mali ka sa sitwasyon na, kunyari meron ka nakasagutan, may nakaaway ka, mali ka dun. Mag-sorry ka. Yung ganon. Yung hindi siya yung, my mom is very fair. And very protective, but in a sense, like, she's just all the wisdom and comfort you'll need if you're, like, in a crisis. Si mom talaga yun. So, I wanna be that for my kids also, na pag may crisis sila sa life nila, call mom. Gusto ko ganon. Kasi ganon kami kay mom.
Yes, you were talking about it earlier. That's my dream also na parang when we grew up, we're the first ones that they tell for anything they need.
I want to have that relationship the way she has built with us. I want to be able to carry that over with my kids.
Off to a great start.
Yes.
Bongga. Okay, last. What is the most freeing mindset your 30s has given you that you struggled with in your 20s?
I feel when I was in my 20s, I limited myself talaga. I really told myself, hanggang dito lang ako. Ito lang yung kaya kong gawin. My 30s proved to me that I am capable of so many things. And I think that's the most freeing thing that's ever happened to me, because if I stayed in my 20-year-old mindset, I would have never achieved whatever I have achieved in my 30s. I don't think maiisip ko na kaya ko maging mom of two. Hindi ko maiisip na kaya ko mag-run ng business if lagi ko na lang iniisip that hanggang dito na lang ako. So I feel like that breaking out of that was the best thing I've ever done for myself.
That's so beautiful. And with that, it's a perfect segue nga to your pod.
Yes.
The Bear It All podcast. So, paano nga ba to bear it all? You know, one thing that I admire when I get to watch any of your episodes or even when the reels from the episodes pop up is you are able to say things hindi sa walang filter but to unashamedly and honestly open up about things nga that people are afraid to talk about or shy away from, which is really what your pod is all about.
Yeah.
Kailangan nating pag-usapan.
Yes.
So to anyone who is feeling like, gosh, where do I start? Nakakatakot. There's so much stigma in our culture, etc. Paano sila magsisimula to start being more open?
I feel when I started Bear It All, I honestly spoke to my family and told them that this is the concept of the podcast. And whatever, my family is very supportive of it. So I knew, kilala nila ako, alam nila na minsan talaga, hindi ako titigil. Dire-diretso ako magsalita. No filter talaga. Or like, I overshare some parts of my life. But ang ginawa ko lang sa podcast ko, I will only share my experiences. I will never talk about any of you without your permission or any of our stories unless you guys are okay with it. But I feel kasi ate when I started Bear It All, it was the Danny kasi that I've always wanted to be. Because the Danny that I was before Bear It All was very secretive. I hid so many things kasi.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up very papagtiis. Lahat talaga I bottle up inside.
Panganay?
As a panganay. Like, my feelings were always set aside by me. Not by anyone's doing. It's just because I don't want to burden other people with my problems, with what I'm going through. Or, I just always want to be strong for my siblings because I'm the eldest. So, I always put up a front that I'm fine, I'm okay, but I'm dying inside.
Oh my.
So, Bear It All is like the Danny I've always wanted to be, the Danny that's very outspoken, just saying what she feels, what she thinks, yung kung ano yung nasa heart niya, kaya niyang sabihin lahat, hindi siya natatakot, or wala nang fear. Kasi, malalahan na yung mga kapatid ko. And I think what kick-started it was I was able to be vulnerable in front of my siblings for the first time ever. before I got married. So I was able to tell them everything I was going through before.
Oh, wow.
And my siblings were very shocked. They were like, how did you keep it from us that you were going through all of these things? And that's why sabi ko after that, it kickstarted na a whole different Dani. Na, okay, now I'm going to be more open. Because people pala are willing naman pala to listen to me. Hindi naman pala burden yung magsabi ako ng problema. Actually, mas gusto pala nila yun. Kasi nagtataka rin sila kung bakit nagbabago yung personality ko everyday na imbes na sabihin mo, nagmamanifest siya sa ibang paraan.
Yeah.
Like, if you're angry or you're fighting with someone, since you can't tell a single soul, you're just angry at everyone. So now, everything was explained.
Yeah.
Naintindihan nila ako more as a person. Pala because I was going through so many things before and I wasn't saying anything.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea that this was the story.
Yeah.
Because I think of your siblings, parang I met you pa nga the last.
Yes.
Maybe. Oo, I
Yes.
met Julia first and then Claudia. I think I probably met Leon first.
Hmm.
Erich, I met dati magka-village kami ng mama, so
Yes.
naglalakad sa village. And so, all of you are very articulate kasi. So, I never thought that you were the type before na, hindi.
I won't
Won't say
speak.
anything
Yeah.
lang.
Pero paglalaban ko sila online.
Yes.
Kunyari, may the hate. Pag dyan ako magsasalita, but about myself, I don't really talk about myself.
Wait, so how freeing was that?
Super. I've become a very happy person after that.
Amazing. That's such a great, word. Kasi nga, parang what I'm seeing is, yun nga, afraid to open up for whatever reason. And so many people can relate, even myself. Growing up, parang daming walls.
Yes.
But then when you start to chip away or pull it down, okay pala. It's not that bad.
Nakakahinga ka. Alam mo yung pag nag-exhale ka after oh my gosh. Parang may ganon. Yung weight na naramdaman ko growing up, sobrang wala na. Parang wala nang nakabatong na kung ano mang weight ang nararamdaman ko nung time na yun. I feel more like, eto pala ako, this is me now.
Yeah.
This is who I should have been before. I think I would have been a completely different person. But then sabi ko talaga timing din, ate. Kasi yung time na na-discover ko yung sarili ko, yun din yung time na ready na rin ako to actually grow up, figure out what I want to do in my life. Like, I don't regret ever naman the stuff I had to keep for myself to be strong for others because that was the time they needed me the most and the time now na kaya ko nang magsalita, sila naman yung laging ready na to listen to me. So parang it's such a nice trade-off din, you know.
Gosh, what I'm taking away from this, to everyone listening, is if in your case, it's not siblings, kunyari you're not as close, maybe it's a best friend, maybe it's the partner, whoever it is in your life na parang yung slow try ko nga mag-open up konti. Okay naman pala. And then try ko nga more. And then okay naman pala. Ang galing.
Parang ang galing ng feeling na hindi mo talaga malalaman kung hindi mo susubukan eh. Like, that's why when I always say on my podcast that kung kailangan mo talaga ng tulong, don't ever hesitate to ask for help. Because a lot of people are actually just waiting for you to open up. Lalo na yung mga taong nagmamahal sa'yo, alam nila there's something is wrong.
Yeah.
They just don't want to push and say tell me. Because gano'n naman yung family ko nung time na yun eh. My mom always knew there was something going on with me.
Yeah.
But like I said kanina, my mom really knows her kids well. And she knows that if you push, they'll pull back. 'Di ba? So, kanina lang, nung kausap ko siya, sabi niya, kung pipilitin mo yung isang bagay, lalayo yan sa'yo. And that's what I realized also as becoming a mom, na nga naman, pag pinapagalitan mo yung mga anak mo, di ba? Mas lalo nilang ayaw makinig sa'yo. There's a certain way to tell your kids off that they'll be more, ma-open sila sa'yo. And I said oh my God, she has a point. And now I realize, I'm glad she gave me that room. But she said, I was just always waiting. She said.
No, learning so much already. And speaking of that, a lot of us learn so much from your pod. Kasi isa sa mga masasabi kong nagiya si Lenny. Isa sa mga trademark ng Bear It All pod is you share different ideas, theories, terms
Yes.
na parang, ano to? Like, I believe Shrekking, I heard
Yes.
first from
Yes.
your pod, and I was like, what is Shrekking? And then when I looked it up, I said, that's terrible.
I
And then,
know.
masihimayin mo sa pod. So, I want us to quickly run through a few of the
Yes.
theories that you've discussed on your pod. And then later, nag-research ako para kay Danny ng 2 more theories
I
na
love
gusto
it.
natin pag-usapan.
I love it.
Okay, first, ito nakakasenti, the passerby theory. So, can you tell everyone a bit about what that is?
Passerby is basically someone that just comes into your life because may purpose lang sila na kailangan gawin sa life mo, but they're not meant to stay. So let's say like either a friend or someone na in love ka, parang may kailangan ka lang matutunan or may kailangan lang siyang ipa-realize or may kailangan lang siya ipa-realize sa'yo kaya siya nadaan. Dumadaan lang.
Yeah.
Pero hindi yun yung stop nung train niya. Sa iba siya. Sometimes, ang masakit sa passerbys, akala mo yun na, pero meant to be pala siya for someone else.
Yes.
But marirealize mo, ang passerby kasi, late mo na nare-realize kung anong purpose nila sa buhay mo, kung bakit sila dumaan sa buhay mo. And marami tayong passerby, hindi lang to like ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend ha. Passerbys are sometimes for me, friends. Mas na-experience ko ang passerby sa friends. Nakikita ko kung bakit nadadaan yung mga kaibigan na yun. Kasi yun pala, it teaches you more about friendship or that letting go of some certain friendships are actually healthy. Yun ang naging passerby sa akin. So, one of our highest, episode yun.
Yes.
For the reason being, kasi ang daming pwedeng definition ng passerby. But, yun talaga for me, ang passerby. Dumadaan lang.
I love that you frame it this way kasi nga it's things na hindi naman bago, na pagdaanan na to.
Yes.
Probably even ang mga magulang natin, cousins who are older than us. But then when it happens to us, it's like, ang sakit. But then when you name it something like this, okay. Yun pala siya. Gets ko na. So that's why it's super helpful.
These are actually theories that are already out there. Ano lang to, parang we were just talking about it on the podcast so that people are aware that yung mga pinagdadaanan nila, may napagdadaanan na rin ng ibang tao. May theory na.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi diba sometimes we feel alone in some of our problems is because we feel like baka tayo lang, we're the only ones going
Yes,
through
at
this.
saka, bakit ako?
Bakit
Sa lahat
ako?
ng tao, bakit sa akin nangyayari to?
Exactly. But the whole point of talking about the theories is to let everybody know that hindi lang talaga kayo nag-iisa. A lot of people go through this. It's a normal thing to go through this.
Yes.
And there's a purpose as to why you go through it.
Yeah, grabe. So kahit masakit, yes.
Yes.
It happens.
Hayaan mo lang silang dumaan.
Uy, oo. Okay, next. This episode also did so well, the burnt toast theory. Hindi kasi toast ang ginagamit dito sa Pilipinas, tinapay. Dito, square bread. So basically, nasunog na square bread.
Yes.
Oo. Tell us about the burnt
Ito,
toast
pinaano lang
theory.
natin to, pina-deep lang namin yung theory na to. It's basically, alam mo yung ating kapag kunyari, umalis ka na ng bahay, tas may naiiwan ka, tas babalik ka. They always say that there is a meaning to that as to why mo naiwan yung bagay na yun. Kasi it's stopping you from something that might happen. Like say, like, there could be an accident sa labas.
Yeah.
Na-miss mo yung accident kasi may naiiwan mo yung cellphone mo, naiiwan mo yung wallet mo. So we spoke about this on a deeper level that it also happens in life that sometimes we go through rejections, we go through a series of challenges and problems in our lives. Not because it's meant to torture us or torment us, but sometimes it shows us that there is a bigger thing that's waiting for us or this is not for us. May mga bagay na ang sabi ni God, hindi to para sa'yo. Mag-antay ka lang. 'Di ba? Bibigay ko sa'yo or papakita ko sa'yo kung ano yung para sa'yo. Parang ganon. So
Yeah.
we dive just deeper into the meaning of burnt toast theory.
Yeah. I mean, it can go, yun nga as small as nasunog yung tinapay and dapat alis ka na ng bahay pero dahil nasunog, magto-toast ka ulit ng
Isang
tama.
bread,
So parang
yes.
delay yun na mga 2 minutes.
Yes.
But then may reason yung delay na yun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same for you, but I found that maybe around my 30s also, without calling it this, na-feel ko yun. Kasi in our 20s, parang pinipilit natin yung gusto natin.
Yes.
Versus in our 30s na, okay, it's not for me, then like, okay, that's fine.
Okay lang. Sa 20s ko, ate, ang gusto ko, masunod ako sa lahat ng bagay. But sa 30s ko, late 20s to my 30s ko na-realize. Kasi maaga ako naging mom 25 kasi ako naging mom. So, from 25 until today, na-realize ko talaga na may mga bagay na hindi mo talagang pwedeng ipilit kung hindi para sa'yo. Kung pinipilit mo, mas hindi ibibigay sa'yo kasi. Sometimes, pag nando ka na sa verge na pinipilit mo isang bagay, that's already a sign na hindi yun para sa'yo.
Yes.
Because if it's for you, hindi mo kailangan pilitin.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
So, one for me was, getting married for me was one. Because I never wanted to get married. But I always wanted to become a mom. But with Javi, when I met Javi, he made me feel like I wanted to get married. So maybe I just didn't feel that with my other partners.
Yun na nga yun mismo.
Diba?
Oo.
Na parang hindi ko kasi naramdaman sa kanila na gusto ko ng marriage with them.
Yeah.
But how come when I met this guy, all I wanted to be was married?
Yeah.
Because this works. So it like goes with everything that you do in your life. That when it fits, when it's natural, it means it's supposed to feel that way because it's for you.
Yes.
But when you're, let's say, drowning and drained and tired of things and pinipilit mo pa rin ang isang bagay, binabato na sa'yo lahat ni God yung signs kung give it up, pero hindi mo pa rin ginagawa. So I feel that like that's one of the things that we go through on a daily basis. Burnt toast theory on a deeper level.
Yes, totoo. Marami talaga siyang applications. And I think connected siya to other things you said on your pod, like the butterfly effect, meaning one thing leads to another later on that day. And even yung parang don't sweat the small stuff type of mindset na I remember when I was younger, parang if, yun nga, one little thing didn't go my way, parang sira na yung araw mo.
Yes.
But at the same time, if you just it happened then move on, then your day will go on much better with better energy kasi you didn't sweat that burnt toast. Parang ganyan.
Tsaka ate kasi ang mga tao ngayon, sometimes ang delay sa kanila is already anxiety levels na yon. Depressed sila right away with the term na delay ako sa isang bagay or hindi ako graduate. Lahat graduate na. Ano na mangyayari sa buhay ko? That happened to me kasi hindi ako nakagraduate ng college ate. I saw my class graduate and I didn't graduate because I chose to work. And I really told myself, is this it for me? Like, they're gonna go and find themselves and me, I'm stuck here. Ito na lang ako, hindi ako nagtapos. Ano magiging future ko? But then I realized, kung hindi ko pinili yung work ko nung time na yun, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. I just had to choose what felt right at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I did because there are some things kasi na nasa harap na natin yung signs. We tend to just turn a blind eye just because it's more convenient to fixate on something. Like, let's say, ito yung nangyayari sa buhay mo. So, ito na lang, mamumblema na lang ako. But in reality, pwede mo naman siya i-let go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's easier said than done.
Pero you're able to speak this way kasi nga napagdaanan mo. You're living
ko.
proof na kaya siyang mapagdaanan. Okay, speaking of that, decisions in life, it's something we think about all the time, whether big decision or small decision. So I wanted to share these theories that I found. This one I found from Mama Mia Out Loud.
Okay.
It's called the hat, the haircut, and the tattoo theory.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of
Hat,
that.
haircut, tattoo theory.
Okay.
So sabi niya, there are only 3 different kinds of decisions in life and it's important to know what kind of decision you're making.
Okay.
So the hat theory is, if you're deciding on a hat, you put on the hat, I don't like it, I'll
Palit.
just take it out. Some decisions are like that. Haircut theory. I'll cut my hair short. Ay, shucks, di ko pala gusto. You just wait for it to grow out. The third kind is the tattoo theory. Something that when you put on you,
More
it's gonna stick
permanent.
with you forever. So according to her, kailangan mo hanapin yung decision na ginagawa mo, yung problema na yan. Is it a hat? No problem. You can easily switch.
Change it, yes.
Is it a haircut? Okay, wait ka lang. Or is it a tattoo? Parang, nako, major to. Forever na to.
Ang ganda nun, kasi at least kung may ganyan kang theory, paano ba, ma-arrange mo yung kinaka-anxiety mo or pinoproblema mo in life in certain categories, and it will help you actually get through some stuff. Like, let's say if it's a hat, ano ba ang pwedeng hat?
Honestly, outfit. Like, literally,
Oo,
the times I've spent so much time na walang laman
Nababad
yung
mood ka
closet.
na.
Oo, ganon. Yung pala, okay, kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan.
Like coffee order.
Yes.
Ano pa ba? Order na pagkain. Yan yung mga bagay na hindi mo na kailangan problemahin. Or, ang mga tattoo kasi iba na yan, guys. That's your kids, that's your marriage, that's your relationships, your friendships. These are like major life decisions that you have to make. Ito dapat yung, dun mo dapat nararamdaman yung mga anxiety level problems. Pero kung mga surface level lang na mga problema na hindi mo na kailangan problemahin, wag mo nang problemahin.
Or hindi mo kailangan ika-stress ng todo. Yes.
Parang ipiliin mo din yung mga kinakastressan mo sa buhay kasi wala namang ibang dyan, nababad mood or nasisira ang araw kung hindi ikaw lang din.
Yes.
Minsan, nakakadamay ka na ng ibang tao over little things. So, siguro this theory is to remind us that, choose your battles. Like, choose what you, choose your stress, choose your hard during that day. Ano ba? Kunyari, order ka ng kape, mali yung order. Kailangan mo ba talagang magalit? Kailangan mo ba talagang ma-stress dahil na mali yung order? One, pwede ka naman bumili ulit or baka malay mo makatry ka ng panibagong coffee order na
Okay
masarap.
pala siya. Oo.
Okay pala siya. Like, may mga things na pwede na nating i-let go na hindi mo na kailangan magbigay ng sobrang daming energy on. And may mga bagay na mas kailangan pagtuunan mo ng pansin. So, those are the tattoo ones.
Yeah, definitely. I think that what is game-changing for me here is the middle one, the haircut. Kasi a lot of times, feeling natin, tattoo, parang make or break na tong decision na to. Example, I remember when I was younger, like, filling out yung application ng college, kung anong course gusto mo. Parang feeling mo, oh my gosh, ito na yun. Ito na yung decision ko forever. But when you look back, you're like, well, there's so many options. You don't have to stick to that. Or even saying yes to a racket, if you say yes to something and suddenly it doesn't work out so well for you, tsaka yung mga katrabaho mo, it didn't go as you planned, then that's technically haircut. Like, iraos mo lang, and then after nun, okay,
parang mga
lessons learned.
Mga bagay na kailangan mo panindigan. Kasi nandun ka na.
Yeah.
Or nakagawa ka ng desisyon, so kailangan mo na panindigan. You have to just go through it. Siguro na lang, ate, how you react to certain things that are happening in your life. Choose na lang how you react to certain things. Kasi 'di ba sometimes we tend to give so much energy on one thing, and then perfect example yung course. Let's say nagkamali ka ng pili ng course, hindi naman sobrang permanent yun. Just get through that term and then you can shift. 'Di ba? Parang hindi naman kunyari nagkamali ako, ayoko yung mga kasama ko, stress ako, like ang mangyayari dyan, dahil yung mindset mo ganon, ayaw mo na mag-aral. Hindi ka na magfo-focus sa mga bagay-bagay. Pero this is something that's fixable.
Yeah.
Something you can change. You just have to, there's just certain things in life that we have to go through. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go through it forever. But whatever that is, lagi naman tayong may lesson na napupulot.
Yes,
diba?
definitely. I think jowa falls under haircut. You think?
Yes!
Kasi diba yung overthink natin, syempre as much as every relationship that we were in, we're like, ito na yun forever, and then it doesn't work out. Haircut.
Haircut, tama. Pwede mo pang i-cut out. Pwede mo pang i-cut out
Pwede
sa life mo.
mag-makeover.
Like,
pwedeng
ang jowa kasi, alam mo, gets ko yan kasi ate, lahat ng relationship natin, we always wish sila na eh.
Yes.
Sila na yun, ayaw mo na mag-start over again.
Correct.
And I think it's just the fear of starting over. There are some breakups that actually are just painful. May mga na natatakot ka to let go of the relationship is because you're afraid to date again, to meet new people again, to meet the family
to
again.
go through all of it again.
All over again. It's just that fear eh. But then again, these are things that could potentially change your life forever kasi. These are some decisions. Sometimes starting over is a good thing. Because one, kaya nga hindi nag-workout tong isang to eh. Ibig sabihin, baka meant ka dito. Kung hindi mo siya susubukan, are you willing to just stick it out with this one, even if you know naman that this is not gonna work anymore? Then I don't think that's a theory problem. That's a you problem.
At saka, di ba, I think pareho tayo, thank you Lord na haircut yung iba dahil napunta tayo sa tattoo thank you Lord. All glory to God talaga. Okay. May isa pang theory. This is from Rebecca Seller. This is the post I saw from her. Sabi niya, the rubber and glass ball theory. Life is a game of balls. Some balls are rubber, some are glass. That means some balls that are rubber, you drop them and they bounce or dent but they recover. Some balls are glass. Drop them and they don't bounce. They crack.
Oh, wow. Okay. So ano natin doon, ate? Anong magandang example natin doon?
So, when I saw this, I was reminded of, so there's a author, her name is Tiffany Dufu. Meron siyang book called Drop the Ball. Meaning tayo mga babae, we tend to want to juggle all the balls in the air at the same time kahit sobrang hindi na natin kaya. Sige lang, juggle lang.
Hindi tayo hingi ng tulong.
Yes, kaya natin to, papanindigan natin to. But then she's like, sometimes you have to drop the ball. But this takes it a step further kasi you have to figure out which balls you can drop. Rubber can be like a work engagement. It can be unchecked emails. It can be money problems. But glass, that's the relationships, family or friend relationships that you need to not drop the ball kasi magka-crack if you drop that.
Maybe that's a matter of sacrifice siguro.
And that's
What
also a
you're
matter
willing
of
to
knowing your priority.
Yeah.
Alin yung glass para sa akin, alin yung rubber para sa akin.
Well, I think it's human nature. You have to know your priorities. You have to have your priorities straight. Kasi if you don't have your priorities straight, then there's something wrong that's going on. Because no-brainer and dapat hindi mo even iisipin or gagawing option ang mga glass balls. Because these are the things that you know that can potentially hurt, not potentially, that will hurt a lot of people. The other one kasi, yes, it's a life-changing decision, but you can have a do-over of these things. But let's say if you choose to give up important things like, say, a marriage or your kids, that's like a no zone for me. Kasi I alter my life to my family. Like, kung hindi masaya yung pamilya ko, hindi ko dapat ginagawa tong isang bagay na to. Kung yung mga anak ko, hindi ko nabibigyan ng oras, I have to fix something.
Yeah.
I feel like the glass ball has to complement the rubber balls. It has to go together. There has to be a balance. If it means having to choose both, it means one is suffering.
Yeah.
So if it's your home life or your personal life that's suffering, then that means you have to drop some balls in your other, in the rubber ones. You have to find what's causing the problem here. And you have to figure out kung paano mo ibabalance to, kung paano mo sila pagsasabayin. But never the glass balls.
Yeah.
You shouldn't sacrifice these things. There are glass. Glass nga sila for a reason. Ibig sabihin, fragile sila. Imagine having to choose some material thing or some job over the happiness of your kids or time with your kids. Ang jobs, you can have multiple jobs. But the time yung mga anak mo, isipin mo, they're growing old.
Yeah.
They're growing up. And formative years nila yung mamimiss mo. Would you rather them to confide in the wrong people or let's say to confide in friends rather than to confide in you? Or could you really stomach going home and not knowing anything about your kids or how their day went or what's going on with their lives in school? But sobrang successful mo sa job mo. There really has to be a balance, ate. I believe that everything in your life has to have balance.
So much easier said than done. Again, diba? And I think that you said one thing na key to unlocking? Ano ba para sa'yo yung rubber or yung glass? It's you mentioned glass, siya yung fragile.
Yeah.
Because other things, like you said, no? It can wait tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a plan B, there's whatever, but for each of us, iba-iba kasi tayo ng set of
Yes.
priorities, iba-iba ng situations in life. So I think as long as we identify alin ba yung pinaka-fragile na important sa akin, then yun yung glass mo. And then you
Yes.
know that when you have to drop some ball, rubber yan. Okay, kakayanin ko yan. I can deal with that tomorrow, next week, pero for now, ito yung kailangan ng pansin.
Kasi ate, may iba naman boyfriend. O let's say glass ball ang boyfriend. Pinapapili ka over career.
Bakit may ganun, no?
May ganun ate.
Nakakaloka yung ganun.
Di ba may mga ganun boyfriend na, ako or yung career mo?
Grabe ha, it's 2026. May ganun
Yes.
pa.
Ako, pag pinapapili ka, iwanan mo. Ako
Pumili ka.
Pumili ka talaga.
Career dapat.
Pilian mo yung career mo. Kasi kung yan talaga ang for you at kung mahal ka talaga niya, hindi ka pagpipiliin yan. Hindi ka papapiliin kasi ibig sabihin dapat susuportahan ka niyan. Mga tao ate naman, are you telling me we can only do one thing?
Hindi talaga.
That's limiting yourself.
It's such an old narrative na I'm so glad ngayon meron ng maraming ehemplo. Like for example, obviously, your husband supports you in the many things that you do. And a guy like that, what it tells me, because my husband is the same, it's a secure man who wants to see his partner fly
Yes.
and shine and
Amen.
soar, di ba?
That's the partner you should be with. And vice versa ha.
Yes,
Vice versa.
yes, amen.
Not only with women, vice versa yan. Dapat pati kayo, supportive din kayo sa mga nyo, mga husbands nyo or sa mga partners nyo in whatever they want to do in life as long as it's not illegal or wala silang tinatapakan na ibang tao. But I'm just saying like, for my perspective, these are the glass balls I'm not willing to sacrifice. If it means my kids are 100% a glass ball for me. So my kids are not happy and I'm missing time with my kids, I'm gonna drop something here. Priorities lang. Just know your priorities, what's more important to you. And siguro ate, ano lang din, self-worth. Kasi kung wala kang ano sa sarili mo talaga, if you're too dependent on something or someone, you're gonna really, mahihirapan ka talaga to make decisions.
Yeah. Again, easier said than done, yung self-worth. I'm so glad talaga that now it's a thing. Kasi I believe when we were teens, even when you were a teen, hindi naman thing pa yung self-worth. Di ba?
Confidence, hindi nila yung masyado pinag-uusapan actually. You're supposed to just have it. Ganon.
Yes, which I'm so excited to see. Like, ano yung kakalabasan nung, I guess, the Gen Alpha now who grew up na it's a thing. Self-worth,
Yes.
confidence, knowing your boundaries. Dati parang wala namang ganon.
Walang ganon.
Oo.
Actually, nobody educates us before. Nobody really tells us that you need these things to be this kind of person or whatever. I think we only really learned it as every generation that comes.
Yes.
Kasi may bago, di ba? But I think this generation now, they're growing up to be wiser talaga because ayan, look at all those theories being out there. Mas critical thinking, mas napapaisip na sila, dumadami yung conversations online.
Yeah.
So they're more aware of so many things compared to our generation
Yeah.
na yes, there are some conversations but also very limited. Maraming conversations sa takot pa pag-usapan. Ngayon kasi ate, it's more open eh.
Yes.
I think the social media space is more, it made everything more open. It started a lot of conversations that were not spoken about before and now people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's affecting a lot of things in our life. Like, let's say because this generation is very outspoken, nagbabago rin yung government. Or because this generation is more outspoken, more generation are working harder. Gen Zs are now working at the age of 20, 21, 22.
Working smarter as
Working
well.
smarter. Mas hustle mode na yung mga Gen Zs ngayon. My staff, majority are Gen Zs. And they're really hardworking. That's why sabi ko, grabe. Kasi nung age nyo ako, lumalabas pa ako, umiinom pa ako.
Ayaw na nila. They said the alcohol industry super dropped income because nga the Gen Zs, they're not interested.
Work sila.
Good
Believe
for
talaga
you.
ako, ate. Like, Sabi ko, ibang level yung generation ngayon.
Yes,
They
I
really
agree.
want to become somebody. They want to achieve things. They're more determined. Like, kami, sabi ko, what were you doing? I was asking one of my staff, how old are you? 22? My God, when I was 22, I was going home at 3 in the morning, partying. What time was I doing at 22? Like, it's so nice to see that it's
Yes.
evolving.
Yeah.
Because it means our kids are gonna have, like, that mindset.
Yeah. Well, it always starts with us. Like you said, diba?
Yes.
Although you started your pod na parang it's the Danny you've always wanted to be. I believe that, when Millie's old enough to understand, she's like, oh, that's my mom. And she has women like
Yeah.
you to look up to. So that's so, so, so awesome.
I know. Thank you, God. I have found myself. Thank you, Lord.
Nahuli man tayo sa finding ourselves or going back to ourselves, at least we're finally
Dumating
here.
pa rin. We still got there.
Yes, definitely. Okay, just to wrap this up, because nga it's the Bear It All pod and it's about vulnerability, authenticity, and diba those words, they're very overused now. They're
Yes.
buzzwords. I want to ask for you, what do those words mean?
Ako, ate, for me, ang best advice that I can give is that everybody shouldn't have access to your truth. So, hindi porket you have something to say, kailangan mo sabihin lahat. Kailangan may purpose kung bakit mo sinasabi ang isang bagay. Do you want to share it because you already healed from it and you want to be able to inspire people, or you're just sharing it for validation? May ganun kasi ate, na parang you're only sharing an experience kasi gusto mo sabihin ng mga tao sa'yo, magaling ka and all of that. I think you choose, authenticity comes from purpose also. Ano ba yung purpose kung ba't mo ginagawa ang isang bagay? Is it because you want to share a part of your life that actually taught you something and you want people to learn from that experience of yours? Or you want to just get compliments from people? It has to be, for me, it has to be meaningful kasi. So when I started Bear It All, that's just what I had in mind. That these are the things that I went through. And I didn't have the chance to learn all of the things that I say on my podcast because I didn't voice out what I was saying. So the reason why I was sharing my experience with them is because I want to be that person for them. I want to be the person that I needed before to them, to every single person who watches the Bear It All. Na, if you come across this podcast and you're going through this tough time, and I want to share with you my experience with this specific thing. And I want you to know that I'm here and I'm listening and I'm here to tell you what I would have wanted to hear from someone that time. So, yun, siguro that's the best advice I can give with this.
Oh, well, with that, nako, many, many more episodes for the Bear It All pod to come. Thanks so much,
you,
Danny.
ate. Thank you
Appreciate
so
this
much.
kwentuhan with you. We could talk about so many more theories.
I
Sa totoo lang.
know!
Pero thank you
I
so
had the
much.
best time.
Thank you. I
ate.
appreciate
Thank
you so much.
It's an honor. Oh my God. Na-interview ko ni Bianca Gonzalez.
Hoy, grabe naman. More to come.
Thank you, ate.
As a last, I ask all my guests, what is a paano ba to question you still have in life now?
Pati ko to Englishin, ate.
Yes. How
siguro-
to...
How do I keep evolving as a woman without my home life being sacrificed? Yung paano ako mag-evolve more as a businesswoman and as sa lahat ng mga ginagawa ko na hindi natatamaan yung mga...
Hindi na compromise.
Hindi na ko compromise yung home life ko. That how? Because I wanna, I don't wanna have to sacrifice each one. But again, I said a while ago, if I have to, I'll always choose my kids. But as long as I can balance both right now as of the moment. But that's why I'm saying this, because it's hard. It's hard to balance it.
Super valid question. I honestly have the same question. It's like, ang dami kong gustong gawin sa life, pero I can't. Isa lang
Paano
ako.
ba?
Oo, pwede mag-clone ng self para magawa natin lahat ng gusto
That's why
natin
perfect.
gawin.
Paano ko ba to gagawin?
Paano?
Yes.
May sagot ba kayo?
May sagot ba kayo? Palagay sa comment section kung paano.
Salamat, Danny.
you, ate.
Thank you. Paano Ba To? Podcast is created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez, with podcast producer Anika Neri and edited by Paolo Khalili. We would love for you to be part of our community of supers. If you are on Spotify, please click the follow button. Or if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to this channel. We also have our socials. On Instagram, we are at Paano Ba To? On TikTok at Ask Paano Ba To? And our private Facebook group, the Paano Ba To Super Group. Till our next episode, stay super, supers!